Day zero again, part 3, 4, I don't even know anymore, but I'm not gonna quit on this. This is something that I made a commitment to uphold, and I'm gonna do it no matter how many retries it takes me to keep that momentum going. This has been a tough week. Finally done with finals. Let me start off that way. Right? Let me celebrate the little victories that I had this week. I'm done with finals. I only have one class left that I got to turn into projects for. It's my poetry class. I'm gonna do all that today. I'm done with my math class. Surprisingly, I was 2% away from getting an A. What does that tell me? One, I've exceeded my expectations, because honestly, I would have been happy with just a C, just to pass the class. But instead, I did above and beyond that, and I almost got a fucking A. That 2%. I'm kind of beating myself up about it because I was that close. I should have put more time and effort into trying to just put in that little extra thing. But again, I'm not upset about it. I did do my best. I tried the best that I can do, and I did pretty well. So Berkeley, here I come. I'm almost there. I gotta talk to admissions out there, see what they tell me, and try to figure out how going back to school is gonna work. Because with COVID and everything, and me and my baby mama trying to buy a house out here, it might be a little bit tricky trying to navigate that. And I don't know if the Bay Area rents are still what they're at when I was living out there. But fuck that. I don't want to spend that much money on a place that I'm not going to own, on an asset that it's not going to be mine, that can't pass down to our kid as a generational wealth kind of thing. Like, come on. Another shit fin. So we actually went biking earlier today. We went biking. Yeah, we went biking. It's been a lot of fun. And he took a poop literally as soon as we started going, which I didn't understand. But now he's out here pooping again. So I guess this is good. It's stimulating his bowels or whatever. He feels good. He's feeling himself. And after taking a big shit, I feel spiritually liberated. So I think that's why all those gurus and everyone always say, let shit go. Let it go. You'll feel better. I think it has to do with the literal representation of that, of what taking a shit is. Let's go, Finn. So again, super stoked about the math class, which means I'm this much closer to going back to Berkeley, finishing it out, and then that much closer to applying for MFA programs. The one I'm looking at is over in Austin. It's the one I'm really trying to get into, because it's fully paid, fully funded. Again, that'd be awesome, because then me and my future wife don't have to worry about finances too much. But again, we'll see. We're not relying on that. We are trying to up our financial IQ, trying to make smart decisions, so we're set up so we don't have to worry about money that much. Because I know, especially with this whole COVID thing, money is, I mean, you've seen what the government's done. The government doesn't give a fuck about you. They gave you $1,200 to sustain yourself for how many months? 7, 8 months. These motherfuckers took vacations. They don't give a fuck about y'all. So hopefully it's a wake-up call for a lot of people to realize, I can't rely on others to try to come save me, or come set me up, or help me out. It's like, if you keep relying on other people to come save you, you're gonna be fucked. Look, this pandemic has fucking showed us that you're fucked. They don't give a fuck about you. And now they're, again, the whole unemployment thing. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that. It's not even important. It's not what I'm about. What I'm about is, again, this 30-day challenge, trying to stick to what Covey said, my circle of influence, and most of that relies on my attitude towards experiences that I'm having, the things that I'm undergoing. If I'm out of breath, it's because I'm already tired. We biked up and down some of these hills. Now I know why mountain bikers have huge calves and why they're so yoked out from their legs. It's hard work. Anyways, little victories. So class, I'm that much closer. And again, how fucking awesome would it be for me to succeed, for me to come back to Berkeley, finish strong. I do want to link up with some of my old homies out there up in the Bay. So I'll start trying to reconnect with them, seeing what they've been up to. But it'd be cool if I can go up there again. Yeah, it's I love school. I always have. I always love the environment of just being around people who just want to learn. Want to learn, who are still young and motivated and are curious about the world. I guess I should put it. Because being out of that environment and being out in the real world, working 9 to 5s, I worked at Amazon, 2 jobs at a time, a bunch of other side hustles, working with private clients. I got to see how wealthy people live. And again, this is not like high level wealth, but someone who came from the hood, someone who shared a room most of his life with his family growing up, to see how some of my private clients lived. Like, fuck, how do I get there? What are these people doing that allows them to live that kind of lifestyle? And it's not necessarily that I want a giant house. I want all those things that rich people have, but I am curious to know how they did it, how they set themselves up. What is it that allows them to do that? And granted, some of them are probably also living paycheck to paycheck. They're also stuck in the rat race. Some of them are probably not. But seeing glimpses of that made me think a little bit different. Like, let me start being smarter with my money. Let me be smarter with how I'm trying to go about life, so I can set myself up, again, have that safety net. Because now that I'm going back to school, I'm not fucking 20 something years old, man. I don't have my parents taking care of me. I don't have the luxury of wasting time. I don't have the option to waste time, because me and my future wife and our kid, that alone, that kind of relationship is going to take up a lot of my time. Taking care of our dogs takes up time. So I have to be not just more efficient, but just smarter with how I am using the time that I do have, so I can start moving and hitting these goals, these baby steps to get to where I want to be. Because again, I do want to create books of poetry that I can share, not just with the people that I've served with in the military, but just anyone who's gone through mental health challenges. Because I think, again, I mentioned this before, I'll talk a little bit more about it now, I guess. When I was going through depression, it wasn't an overnight thing. It was iterative days, meaning every day it was just a little more, till finally it felt like, man, even though physically and financially people thought I was well off, I was doing fucking great, mentally my mind was not. My mind was not. I didn't want to live. Like, it's crazy to say that now, because I'm looking at everything around me, the beauty around me. Look at the colors I'm matching, trying to blend in with my brother and sister trees out here. How could I hate all of this? How could I hate life? How could I hate the people in it? And again, it was just mentally, my fucking psyche was just damaged. There's a lot of things that I wasn't addressing. There was a lot of pain and hurt and suffering that I was not letting myself fully feel. And it wasn't until I had 2 attempts, not just 1, 2 cries for help, that those walls that I had built around me, and again, some of them may have been physical, because usually, I don't know if this is how it works for most people, but I would self-isolate. I would retreat. I would say no to life, say no to the opportunities that were around me. I'd run away. But when you get to the point where you can't run away anymore, 2 things are going to happen. Either A, you're going to go ahead and start making that plan that you're going to go ahead and try and kill yourself, or 2, something's going to happen that's going to blow off all that fucking pressure out. The people that care about you are going to notice, and they're going to intervene. And that's what happened to me. All right? That's what happened to me. And it was 72 hours, at least for me. I don't know how it is for other people. For me, it was 72 hours of just like regurgitating and like trying to detoxify all these just like toxic mental patterns and thoughts that I didn't ever fully address. So once I purged a bit, then I got the opportunity to go ahead and start trying to live my life, trying to come back to the present moment and just take it step by step, because it seems like you can never be happy. It seems like you'll never get to a place in your mind where everything's gonna be okay. It seems impossible, but I did it. And I'm not the smartest fucking dude. I'm not the most hardworking. I'm fucking lazy. I procrastinate. I make stupid decisions. I make dumb decisions. I'm self-centered sometimes. I do stupid things. But I was able to do it. And again, this week has been tough because now the woman that I love reached her breaking point. She had to blow off that steam where I had to intervene. I had to bring her family and her friends in, and we had to just try to figure out what was going on and try to figure out what was going on. That's the wrong approach. Be there as the support that she needs, and when she's ready to come out of it and step outside of that, then you can heal. Then the healing starts happening. You start to appreciate what you have. You start to appreciate the family that's around you. You start to appreciate these little things, your animals, the plants, going out for a walk. You start appreciating and being in a state of gratitude to everything around you. That's when healing happens. That's when you start becoming more of who you actually are, versus hiding from it and running from it and trying to put all that shit away, because for some reason you've just been unable to do that up until that point. And again, it's not a judgment thing. It's addressing your own bullshit. That way you can start to help address the bullshit of the world. And I think one of the things that I'm really excited about, and it's not just this kid, it's my baby mama, working with her, trying to support her through this fucking journey, because I know it's going to be a journey. Just trying to be the love and support that she really needs at this time. And this week has been tough because I've been trying to handle all that, and at the same time trying to finish school. Again, I did, almost done. And just realizing, fuck, how could I have been so blind to not realize she needed this kind of help, that I couldn't do it on my own. And I realized that as much as I tried to help, as much as I tried to support, as much as I tried to be guidance, because I have gone through it, it's not enough. You need family, you need friends, you need all the people that love and support you to be there to help you on this journey of recovery. And when I was in Berkeley, I didn't have that. Felt like I was on my own. I had other veterans, but all they ever wanted to do was fucking drink and talk about war. And I'm like, yo, I can't be, knowing my mental state, I can't be in an environment like that, because it's only gonna make shit fucking worse for me. And I think that's why a lot of veterans, even now to this day, they still hold on to that warrior identity. They still claim Marine Corps or airborne paratrooper or whatever it is that they went through in the military as their only identity, as their only role, as their only time they ever felt purpose. And that makes me sad, because it's like a balled up fist that's so knotted and tight that to unfuck that and to start unraveling it one by one is fucking scary, because then when the hand is open, that identity has to be let go. And that's terrifying. I mean, you think about it psychologically, if everything that you thought was true and how the world operated, how you viewed yourself, all of a sudden just gone like the wind. What do you do? How do you live? How do you process How do you process life and your relationships to life and yourself? You got to rebuild. You got to do that all over again. And I used to try to understand how I ended up where I ended up mentally. And to be honest, maybe it's just me being blind to my own foibles, to my own bullshit, to my own insecurities, to my own fears. But I'm still like, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was trying to help people. I thought I had good intentions, but how did I end up in that kind of place where I hated all of existence, and I hated my life, and I hated myself, and I wanted to end everything? How did I get to that stage? Because again, it's not an overnight thing. It's a progression. You don't just wake up one day and that's your starting point. No. It's a journey to get there. And when I got there, I asked, like, what did I do to deserve this? And even now, like, looking back, especially now with my wifey going through this, I think I was asking the wrong questions. Let's go, Vin. I think I was asking the wrong questions. I think what I should have been asking is, what is life trying to teach me with these experiences? Why is it trying to teach me through these experiences? Maybe to help serve. Maybe to discover something about myself that I didn't know was there in order to serve, to help out others. In order maybe to be a model. So if other people are listening to this, or if other people are aware of the journey I've had, talking to me, most people don't even think I'm a veteran. They have no idea. Unless other vets can probably spot it, but the average person is not gonna look at me like, oh, that dude's a fucking veteran. He fucking served. Because I've kind of relinquished that identity. It's still part of me, but it's not the main way that I interact with the world. So thinking back to when I was in that place and asking, what was life trying to show me? What was life trying to teach me? What's the value in this? Like Viktor Frankl said, right? Because I've been reading his book again to try to help support me, because I'm not quite sure how to be of support for my baby mama. It's just being love and support. One of my fellow poets in my poetry group, or I should say our poetry group, our little poetry collective, she posted a Hafiz poem, and I can't quite remember exactly how it went, but it's basically, it's like, how can you ask for something in return when the sun is beaming down its light onto the earth, providing, nourishing, and sustaining life? Like, how can you ask for anything more? How can you put a condition on it? How can you try to negotiate with that? It's like, it gives it freely. That's what love should be. And that's how I want to be for my baby mom. That's how I want to be for the people around me. That's how I want to be for those that I come into contact with. It was like, you don't owe me anything. There's no conditions to what I'm trying to give. Zero. There's zero strings attached to it. What I'm trying to give is a gift. And it's a gift that cannot be negotiated. It's a gift that cannot be manipulated. It's a gift that cannot be anything other than what it is. And it's love. That's it. It's the only thing that matters. And going through this with her, I talked to her today. She's doing so much better. Just taking a break from everything, stepping aside from work, because again, I have said she works in mental health. Sometimes it's difficult to establish those boundaries between what you're feeling and what other people are going through. Witnessing the suffering of other families and the effect these parents have on their kids. She's a fucking loyal, loyal soldier. She is like, I don't know how she does it and how she lasted this long without burning out. She's inspiring, really. She helps inspire me, and I want to be able to be like the son for her, to provide just love and support whenever she needs it without any strings attached. I want to be a model. I want to be a model that people can look up to and go like, yo, if this motherfucker's saying he figured it out and he's saying he's fucking dumb, he made stupid ass fucking mistakes, there's nothing special about him. He's not even a fucking hard worker. There's nothing special about him. If he can do it, why the fuck can I? Why the fuck can I get out of this fucking hole and go forward? Why can't I say yes to life? Why can't I show up to my life? Because if I can do it, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Some of you may have harder journeys, sure. Absolutely. Again, I think about Viktor Frankl and fucking shit he went through. It's like, but he already learned the lesson and he's sharing it. It's in a fucking book. Buy the book. It's like $15. It's not like, take the time out of your day to read it. Like, people have already figured this out. They've already figured out these lessons that we don't have to repeat to learn if it's already out there, and if you got the wisdom to apply it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do it for our baby. I'm trying to do it for her. I'm trying to do it for our dogs. I'm trying to do it for our family. I'm trying to do it for my poetry collective. I'm trying to do it for the amazing mentors and professors that I've had. Like, I'm trying to do it so I can serve humanity. It's not just about me, man. It's like, this past week has really shown me, it's like, damn, what if you, this is how my mind talks to myself when I get into these states. What if you went through all that, David? The fucking delusions, the fucking break from reality, the fucking suicide, just all of that. What if you went through all that bullshit because you needed to, so when you can come back and overcome it, you can relate. You can come into a world that seems to be just lost, disconnected, afraid of love. You can come back from that. Bear witness to that gift. Carry it everywhere you go. So when you're on your life journey, when you're just living your life, trying to fulfill your dreams and your purpose, boom, sharing it, 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 sharing it. So others can do the same. So instead of like blaming everybody for the bullshit that, again, these are decisions that I made when I was in Nuremberg. It was just, again, it was a process coming back from the military, the post-traumatic stress disorder of all that, just all that bullshit, the fucking alcohol addiction, getting arrested, all of that. To come back from that, to have a wife that went through something similar, and to come back from that and to help each other out and to grow, to go to Berkeley to fucking finish as a parent. And create these motherfucking books and fucking create stories to fucking share with our kids and go to fucking school again for an MFA, graduate from that and put out even more work that can possibly help out other people, so they don't have to go through that. God damn, all this shit is worth it. All these fucking challenges are fucking worth it. If I can just help out one other person, it's all fucking worth it. All of it. I would gladly do that shit all over again. If it meant that our child didn't have to go through that. If it meant that one of my sisters didn't have to go through that. If it meant that my parents didn't have to go through that. My friends, the people that I've yet to meet. That's the fucking crazy thing about this world, is that you have your circle of influence, your attitude, and then you got these people all around you. You can affect them just by being you. Just by being you and being open to the world and the challenges that the world is fucking throwing at you. Yeah, some of that shit might seem fucking unfair. Some of it might get you fucking angry and frustrated. Some of it might fucking want to piss you off, might make you want to hurt people. But what if you took it and like, all right, life, this is the fucking challenge you're giving to me? All right, got it. I'll handle that shit. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I got it. That's how I feel about everything that I've ever gone through. All those tough times. Now going through it with my wifey, it's just, we got this. We got this, baby mama. If you're watching this, we got this. What if all this shit is not for nothing? It's not because there's something wrong with anybody. It's just because these are lessons that life is trying to teach us, so that way when we overcome it, imagine how much you can fucking help out those kids that you work with. Imagine those families when they realize, holy shit, that's what they fucking gone through. Damn, why can't we get our shit together? Why can't we figure this out? Why can't we be more loving? It's inspiring. That's like, what if? Again, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not successful. I'm not wealthy. I'm not anything. I'm just a fucking regular dude who decided to do this 30-day challenge because he thought it was a good idea, because he figured, damn, all these people that he's been learning about and the knowledge or information that they've been sharing, I've just been trying to apply it, man. I've been trying to apply it because I realized the real spiritual workers are out there doing the fucking 9-to-5 grind. That is a whole nother level that I'm trying to move away from. If I'm gonna do a 9-to-5 grind, I want to do it from fucking 7 in the morning to fucking 7 p.m. at night. But I want to do it to build my own businesses, to build my own streams of income, so that way my kids, when they grow up, they don't have to put up with fucking bullshit from other people just to fucking, because they gotta pay rent. Like, man, the amount of times that I had to bite my tongue when someone disrespected me, the amount of times when I've had to let these customers cross fucking boundaries just to fucking make some money, man. Fuck that. That's how you get stuck in that fucking cycle. Fuck that, man. If you're here in planet Earth and this is fucking part of the game and money is part of the game, let's try to figure out a smarter way to fucking do this. Let's try to figure out a smarter way to do it for our kids, because, man, like, why... Your sense of self and your sense of your personal boundaries, if you don't have that, the world's going to take advantage. And I speak from experience, because I thought people think I'm fucking tough and intense, man. I've let fucking shit slide with people that shouldn't have fucking let slide. But I did. I had to make some fucking money. And when you choose that over honoring yourself, honoring the relationships that you have with other people. And again, it's okay to fucking yell at somebody. It's okay to be fucking angry. It's okay to express that, because you're establishing boundaries for other people, so that way they don't cross that shit. That's okay. Like him right here. Hey, Finn. Sometimes might seem a little bit harsher, but it's to establish those boundaries, because you know that you don't want them going through. That's fucking danger. They can get hurt. Some people need fucking boundaries too, and you gotta tell them. So when I go to my fucking 9-to-5 job, and sometimes I get people like that, again, one says boundaries, bite your tongue. I had to bite my tongue multiple times. That's a real grind, because that's slowly working 40 hours a week. I can only imagine. I've done it. I want to do that shit again. To me, it's not worth that kind of money. I'd rather try to go broke and try to figure something else out and try to leverage my time and money for something else, and not just for me, but for my wife, for our kid, my family. Not saying I'll be successful, because I'm not, but baby steps, living in the moment, taking it and taking each challenge as it comes. Let's go, Finn. Taking each challenge as it comes. Again, just thinking back to all that fucking shit that I've been through, and now this shit that I'm going through with my baby mama. We got this. We got this. We can overcome it. I'm trying to figure it out. can figure it out. I already see what that's gonna be like. I already see what the vision is. Now it's just going through the experiences to accomplish that. I've heard Cesar Millan say this. I've heard Steve from Pack Leader Dog say this. I've heard other people, too many numerous to name. You gotta have the vision first. The experiences will come. You just gotta go through them. Once you start going through them, that's when you start learning. When you start learning what you need to learn to make that vision become a reality. My vision is to have a nice piece of land, something like this, out in the woods, out in the desert. Can have family and friends over. They can stay as long as they want. Have artists, workshop studios, where all the homies and your fellow artists that I've yet to meet come together and we just work together. We make things happen. We create books. We create stories. We create art. Whatever way, shape, form that is. We collaborate. We work together. It's financially sustainable. Financially sustainable. Not just for me. The point of me fucking getting rich. What am I gonna do with the fucking money? I don't know what to fucking do with it. It's helping out others. Letting them know that what they want to do, we can do it. You can make a living off of it. Make an honest living off of it. You know, you have purpose here. You have a life to live. You should be enjoying it. You should be happy. You should be enjoying the things that you want to do. Like what's the point of being in a place where you hate everything about it? You hate everything about it, but you're doing it for a fucking paycheck. Like, is that really living? That's slowly killing yourself over and over again. So today I'm just feeling grateful. I'm grateful for everything that has happened. I'm grateful what life is trying to teach me. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative of everything that I have, because I know at any moment it can be taken away. I'm a fucking brown kid from the hood, man. I'm out here living in the mountains now. Someone had told me that in high school. I'm like, what? And I'm writing poetry? Why? You walking with a dog? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Got a kid on the way? You wouldn't have understood. Even when I was in the military, I wouldn't have understood any of this, but I'm grateful for all this, the life that I have out here. It's just, I'm blessed. I'm incredibly blessed that I can do this. That I can take time out of my day to come out here and record this. This one's already at 30 minutes, so I think I'm gonna cut this one out. Cut this short, because I've probably been rambling for way too long and I don't think anyone's listening. So, anyways, if you are, thank you. I appreciate it. Live in the moment. It's where you wanna. It's where everything happens, anyways. It's where everything happens, in the moment. Love yourself. Love the people around you. Support them. Be of service to them. And don't be afraid to put in that extra work to make your dreams happen. Stop saying that shit's fucking impossible. At least fucking try. That way, at least 10 years from now, you're gonna look back and be like, well, fuck, I gave them all, it just didn't work out. You don't know that. You don't know the future. No one knows the future. Put in that work now. Let's do it. Let's get it together. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Again, day 0, part 3 or 4, whatever the fucking part this is. Later.